Have you ever felt like you're doing all the right things in BNI, but the referrals, they just aren't showing up the way you expected? You're attending the chapter meetings, you're doing the one-to-ones, you're even giving referrals to others, and yet the results, they just don't match the effort that you're putting in. Well, in many cases, the problem isn't your activity, it's clarity. Your fellow members genuinely want to help you. They do live by that giver's gain philosophy of BNI. But if they don't clearly understand who you are trying to serve, it's almost impossible for them to recognize referral opportunities in their day-to-day conversations. You see, we're all busy, so psychologically, people need a target. They need to be able to picture a person, a situation, or a problem so well, so clearly, that when they hear that in the real world, your name immediately comes to mind. So without that clarity, even the most supportive referral partners are going to struggle to connect the dots. That's where a simple framework can make a huge difference. So over the years, I've noticed that the most successful BNI members tend to build their ideal clients around 4 key filters. I call them the 4 E's. These 4 elements will help you to identify a target market that's easy for your fellow members to recognize and confidently refer. When these 4 pieces are in place, your referral partners know exactly how they can help you. So let's walk through them. So the first E is earn. As you're trying to nail down your target market, this one seems kind of obvious. We're all in business to earn a living. So you need to be able to make money from your target market. You've got to be able to pay the bills. And they've got to value you enough to pay you what you're actually worth. So if people you're trying to serve don't see the value in your work, referrals, they're going to become a little bit difficult. When your fellow members know that your clients consistently receive value, those referrals start to become easy. But if the market you're serving is constantly pushing back on your price, if they're questioning your expertise, or they treat your service like a commodity, those referrals are going to slow down. So as you're trying to identify who will you serve, you've got to remember, there's no longevity in a business that can't pay the bills. So the second E is enjoy. And this one gets ignored way too often. You can be earning a boatload of money, but if you're miserable each and every day, both you and your business are going to suffer. You have to enjoy serving the people that you're working with. And if you don't enjoy the type of clients you serve, that energy starts to show up in your work. And your fellow members, they're going to notice that. The members who generate the most referrals are the ones who love serving their clients. They're enthusiastic, they're energized, they talk about their work with passion. And that energy, it makes it easy for others to refer them. When you truly enjoy the people you serve, you start to look forward to Mondays again. And your business starts to become way more than something you just simply endure throughout the week. The third E is expanding, and this one is critical for the future of your business. The market you serve should be growing, not shrinking. And if the demand for your services is declining, you're constantly going to feel like you're fighting this uphill battle. You might be the best person in the room doing whatever you do, but if you're servicing newspapers or even like cable providers, those referrals, they're going to start to become harder and harder to generate over the year. On the other hand, when your market is expanding, opportunities seem to just appear everywhere. Members start hearing conversations about the problems you solve. Your expertise becomes more and more valuable, and those referrals begin to just surface much more naturally. Being in an expanding market is kind of like catching a tailwind. That momentum of the market is just going to help carry your business forward. The fourth and final E is easy, and this one gets overlooked the most. Easy doesn't mean effortless. Building a business is never effortless, but serving your ideal client should play to your natural strengths and abilities. So take a look at your skills, your network, and your past experiences. For some BNI members, this might mean you're working with small local business owners. For others, it could mean C-suite executives. When who you are aligns with your target market, everything becomes more efficient and much easier to serve those clients. Failure to make it easy is a sure path to burnout and misery. So those are the 4 E's: earn, enjoy, expanding, and easy. If you have all 4 of these in place, it's kind of like 4 legs to a table. If one leg is missing, the table becomes a little bit unstable. The strongest businesses sit right at the intersection of all four of those elements. So if you feel like you're putting in a ton of effort into B&I, but not getting the results you would like, your fellow members may just be a bit confused. And a clear target market built on the 4E framework can make all the difference in the world. So take a moment and ask yourself, do the people I serve allow me to earn, enjoy, expand, and operate in a way that feels really easy? When those four things all line up, referrals stop being forced and they start to become really, really consistent. So if you found this video helpful today, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, and share with a fellow member who you think can benefit from this message. And then check out this video right here to learn more tips on how to build a word-of-mouth referral business in B&I. Have a great day.